friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. So we are talking a little bit more state of the market action, where we kind of go over where we think the prices of cards are going to go, which is potentially with some of your coins and your players now. And we're entering the team of the season area here. A little bit tricky to navigate. It should, just based on what's coming out, but we could see it as soon as next week. I don't want to speculate too much, but typically we see it start the month before the regular season ends, and that's right around mid-March, which is 15th, 16th next weekend. It could be the weekend after that we see it start as well, but big ramifications on what's going to happen to the market, to the prices of cards going forward in that direction. Right now, just kind of looking in the direction of things, we're on a trade deadline collection set, because just to kind of get an idea of where the price of some cards are going right now. We're kind of calculating it to where it's coming down to be about 3K for an 83, 3K or 3K per collectible. Because an 83 overall, just to bring it up, show you real quick, 83 overall, one of them gets you one collectible. 84 gets you 2, and 85 gets you 3, 86 gets you 4, and stuff like that's kind of important to note, because when team of the season comes along, even more so is it important that people are going to be doing the cheapest sets possible. And right now, just based on that's an 82, but just right now based on the prices, and then they will change throughout the year, but we've always kind of like saying, hey, if you can get a card for under 3K, feel pretty good about it. When it's an 83, being able to flip it, probably make some more on it, move up to 3,300, 3,500, especially when a new event drops. Right now, we're seeing some for 3K. And again, if you want to invest in the 83, there's quite a few of them probably just released, yeah. But again, if you want to invest in the 83s, and you will get them, 59-minute marking them for around 2,500 and below, maybe even going 2,450 and below. More popular times of the day when people are ripping packs, kind of early right now. No, it's not 12:56. Midday when the packs are being released. Again, feel good about that and saying, hey, I could throw for 3K, quick 500 coin profit, even maybe wait, hold out a little bit and wait for team of the season. In anticipation where people are going to be buying as many as possible to build players, build sets, then you see 34, 3,500 quick 1K flip. Can't beat that there, but 33% profit on those. I always like the 84s because they're a little bit more expensive, to where you're not buying 200 freaking 83s and trying to resell them real quickly. So looking in that direction, we are I think we're still seeing 5,500. There's one for 5,500 that'll be gone very shortly. Quinn or Jack Hughes, I think we're seeing about 5,700 guys are already gone. 5,800, yeah, about 5,800. So if you remember in our last video, it was a little cheaper. We was kind of in this middle of no man's land where the 83s, 84s, 85s not used as much, and you could get the 84s for 5K, 4,800, 47. We said, hey, buy them up, buy anything up under 5K. I feel confident to be able to sell them for, I think honestly it was going for like 45, but I feel confident being able to sell them for anything, 57, 58, come back up to 6K. I still do see the 84s going up to 6K, possibly 6,500, and I don't want to get, I don't want to project too much, 6,500 is pretty comfortable, 7K possibly as well when team of the season does come out. Don't be surprised when you see how much these bad boys can go up when some of the best cards in the game come out. So I would not be surprised to see that at all. Again, 84. So in that case, again, anything under 5K, still feel really good about investing in those, holding on to them. And at the very least, you can use them for yourself down the road. The 85s are actually kind of cheap right now as well. I mean, we're getting, 3 collectibles. Again, 9K, you would say 3K a pop. You're going to get them for about 87, 85, 8,700. I honestly, I think it's really cheap at 85. They're a little over 85 right now, but again, it'll be a case anything under 8K. I mean, 8 is one for 87. Anything under 8K, you feel really good about holding on to. I really like the price the 85s are right now. I kind of really like, just for the fact, again, if you're not trying to resell 200 players, obviously there's going to be more wiggle room in a player. If you can flip them for 1,000, you can spend 3K and make 1,000. It'd be 6K, make it 8K. 8K, make it 11 kind of thing. So you're going to make a lot more on the smaller ones if you want to, go that direction. But it's kind of nice not having if you're trying to not, sit here and list 25 cards every how often to try to get rid of them. So I do like that, anything under 8K for the 85s, even if you want to risk it, stretch it a little bit, 82, 83, I think you're going to still see some value, because once you get past the 85s, like the 86s, 87s, the price jumps up substantially. And we have seen, historically throughout the year, the 85s go for 10K plus. So I think it's all right to say, hey, if you want to pick up a couple of them around that price right now, kind of go ahead. The 86 is kind of expensive. Comparing the rest, for collectibles you're getting for them. And I don't think there's anything under about 24K or so right now. And those are kind of, I said in this a bunch of for 24K. 20K, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 20K. Yeah, there's 3 up for 18K. And, what would we say? 4 collectibles times 3, 12K plus the players pack. It depends what you value the players pack, I guess. I mean, they'd probably say 10K for the players pack. It's untradeable. But, I look at 86 and say, there's some wiggle room for them to go down a little bit, pending if they change the collectible thing. Because of that, I'm kind of in the middle of them, not buy, not sell when it comes to 86s. The 87s, now that's where things get really interesting because you're going to get 8 collectibles, 24K, 2 players packs. Again, there's, a value essentially of 44K. But we'll take a look real quickly here, see what the cheapest ones are. We've been selling, by the way, our All-Star cards. We kind of waited there for a little bit. I was trying to wait for the price to bounce back up. Yeah, 34K. I mean, they're about where they should be, probably 34K. I would, I'd be careful. If you can get close to 40K for your 87s, 45K. Again, especially the All-Star cards, I think you sell them now. I think they are dropping enough, though, where I wouldn't say, I'm worried about a panic sell, which, by the way, probably going to happen. Probably going to happen when Team of the Season comes out. People try to quickly sell all their stuff. And, for the lower overall cards, or overall cards, I don't worry as much because people are going to rebuy them for the sets. Now, when you get up to the 91s, the 92s, now those I worry about. I worry because I don't know if EA is going to give a reroll set for that. I don't know if the reroll set is going to be worth it. But I know a lot of people, myself included, there's been so many events where you can trade in the 8, build the 92s, build the 93s, where, it might be a point in the year where if people are grinding the game and care about Team of the Season, they might have 4 or 5 players that are untradeable on their offense alone that are 92, 93 pluses. So when you consider that, it's like, well, I only have so many players to trade, and I'm going to build these Team of the Seasons. Like, I don't need to keep this 91. I need to keep this 92 because I have a bunch of untradeable ones. They're just going to be on the 4th line. I'm going to build the Team of the Season, move these guys back. So I do worry about those. I think, it's a good time to sell them right now if you can get rid of them. But I do like the 89 pluses right now. I mean, we're talking 10, 10, and 2. That's 20 times, again, 60K plus the players packs. And some of these 89s are kind of cheap, really cheap. Honestly, I mean, I think I've seen up for under 60K. I mean, if you can get any 89 for 50K or below, I'd be jumping all over that. We'll see if there's what's up for 60K. Nothing now. I remember seeing it earlier 60K, so it's went back up maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's one item for 65K, but mind you, I was one for 58, 59K. I love that. I would jump all over that all day. I think an 89, they got the potential to jump back up to 70K pretty easily. When a Team of the Season comes out, but even 65, 70K we're pretty comfortable about. So again, 55 to 60K you can buy them, quick 10K profit there at the minimum, I think, right? Like we could see, depending, you can't predict the behavior of people, what they're going to do. There's events that jump these bad boys back up to 80 or 90K, quite frankly. So we could see that. Just again, I like this better though, because it's like, hey, at least when you're investing in an 89, maybe you have a spot for them on your team somewhere, even if it's the 4th line. You put them on your team, and then you can always throw them away when the time does come. But again, once you get kind of like that 91 range, especially if you get to the 91 of, the good players that are potential Team of the Season players, that's the ones that you definitely want to be mindful of trying to sell, that are consistently getting 92s, 93s, new players each week. The cards already devaluing, the McKinnons, the McCarrs, whatever the worlds. I don't know if we'll see them get as many of those because of a Team of the Year. But some of the other cards, we'll dive deeper into who we think gets Team of the Season for another video, because to be honest, I have no clue who's getting it right now. So I'm going to throw names out there. Fantasy hockey cards, by the way, you're getting to that point too. It's getting, we're already seeing it. There's a Raymond for 595K. We're getting to that point of the year where I think these prices, where they're sitting at $1 million, they're sitting at 1.5, where that they're definitely going to drop. We're way too late in the year where players, they're catching up, first of all, and second of all, again, we're late in the year where they're going to stop going up before long. I mean, Matt Boldy's still 1.2. There's an 800K Raymond. A lot of these guys, look at them, 93, 92. But there's so many other players with that overall. And their overalls are keeping up. But again, Team of the Season comes out and you get 96s, 97s. It's getting to that point where their value is just not as good as it once was. How's my boy Joel doing? Is he around here? Where's Joel? How's he been doing? I haven't had him in a while. There's only 24 up there on 90. That's why we're like at 92, 93s. But something else to be mindful of there is, I definitely would be investing in fantasy hockey cards this late in the season. I'd be looking more towards selling plays, possibly sitting on the sideline, being careful there. But again, it's always your choice. Boldy would go out there and be a 99 overall. I can't believe he's a 93. Good for Boldy. They've been upgrading. That's my man. I got to put him in the line. How's the card looking? Matt? Getting scored a little bit. 92 skate. That's decent. Probably go up 1 overall, and the next one would be 9. I like that. I like that a lot. Shoots left-handed. I came to the problem. I ran into this predicament. I got like 8 left-handed players on the team, and I was about to start building that Keith Kachuk. I was like, oh, can't be doing that because too many left-handed guys. Anyway, so be very mindful in that situation. Interestingly enough, too, I'm kind of leery of the power-up collectibles at this point in time. There's one. What was that? Oh, I didn't even know you could get the flashback collectible. When did they do that? Oh, look at that. You can buy other collectibles. I'm kind of leery of the power-ups now this time of the year as well. It seems like we're getting more and more events using other collectibles, which makes the power-up collectibles go down to an extent. I've been selling them flashback collectibles real quick. I didn't realize it was up there. What's this? World Jam? Is it bugged or is this actually a viable thing? Championships Europe. Can I even? No, you can't pay for it. World Championships Europe. Interesting. Okay. I can't say I've seen that on the auction house before, but I can't say I've been buying collectibles either. What else we got? I think that we covered the 83s, 84s, 85s. Yeah, I think that covers kind of where we're at right now. We're definitely kind of jumping over to the investing in the players more than the collectibles this time of the year. I ain't investing too much in the jerseys or anything like that. If you want to get really frisky, consider potentially buying some of the team of the season's base cards. I think that's a giant gamble. It's a giant gamble with high risk, though, high risk, high reward kind of thing. But I mean, I guess it ain't high risk if you can get them a little bit cheaper. But you see what happened to Dougie Hamilton, 20K player. It was 5K, you paid 20K because they put him in a set. If they do something like that with some of these guys, it's either, quick big profits there, something to try potentially. Anyway, again, kind of moving on from, like we said, some of our prior investments in the Pedersens, the Kaprasovs, where we said, hey, hang on to them a little bit, let the price rebound. And we have seen that with some of these all-star cards. Marner was down in the 50s, back up to 70K for his 89. Pedersen 90K. That's what he was running for when we last looked as well. It's like a good time to kind of release some of them all-stars. The prices have rebounded a little bit. But again, 88 overall, 90K for Pedersen, that's way too much. So if you can get that for him, you did it right there, especially considering he's a 40K player, 45K. So we're kind of selling, moving on from our all-star cards. A couple of them up for 40. I think we sold 47, 48K for some of our 87s. Again, not bad considering we paid 40K for them. And they didn't get an upgrade at all. So I thought that was pretty nice there to end up in that direction there with some of those all-star cards. And, a lot of depreciation can happen from here on out. Moved on from some of our elite players that are really expensive, by the way, right now. Not upset about it at all. Where we're just trying to do that. That's an interesting one as well, is buying into some of these players that you can put onto your team. I do like that. I don't mind it at all if you can get like a 10K Kachuk or, players like that that's an 85 overall and use them temporarily. If you can get them for 8, 9K, especially 9K, because people eventually want to use them again when they're no longer in packs and no longer in sets and whatnot, but they'll still need them for the objectives for the coming weeks. So those ain't bad ones to have either, as long as the event's out. You don't want to hold on to them post event, as long as there's over 7 days in the event, though. Those aren't bad cards to pick up now, so when they're out of packs, people might be trying to scoop them up as well. Like that was prime example, was we only paid at the time, I want to say we paid 50K. We paid 50K for both of those players. Now, we're talking before they sell, but we have them up for the cheapest price right now. The Uyghur and Hronik, we paid 50K for both of them. One's 80K, one's 56K. Gonna, couple K profit on Uyghur. Can't be upset about it, but that Hronik's went up like 30K. So we'll see how that goes. Nonetheless, as always, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.